The seven sacraments instituted by Christ are a visible sign of an invisible reality. Jesus' words and actions during his public ministry were part of his work of salvation, and they announced the gift of the sacraments he would give his church through the actions of the Holy Spirit. St. Paul was a persecutor of the early Christians. He encountered Christ on a raiding journey and came to believe in him. St. Paul was baptized and began the work of evangelization through his writing and missionary journeys that reached to the ends of the Roman Empire and was known as the Apostle to the Gentiles. Paul was forced to go back to his hometown of Tarsus because he was being threatened with death by Jewish leaders. He stayed in Tarsus for 10 years until he was called to help Barnabas in Antioch. His first journey took him to the cities near Antioch. His second journey took him to farther afield, to cities in present-day Greece. On his third journey, he revisited many of the places he evangelized on his second journey. St. Peter is the head leader of the church. One of the most important events in the New Testament concerning Peter is his realization under the guidance of the Holy Spirit that the Gentiles should be welcomed into the church along with the Jews. Peter probably felt frightened in fear of being persecuted for preaching about Christ. The formation of the New Testament occurred in 3 stages. The first was the life and teaching of Jesus, the second was the oral tradition, and the third was the written books. Christians were being persecuted for believing in Jesus Christ rather than the divinity of the Roman gods. The church thrived when the courage and integrity of the martyred Christians, who proclaimed their faith by giving up their lives, became known to all. There were persecutions, organized programs of oppression, imprisonment, and cruelty against Christians resulting in death by martyrdom. Thousands paid the ultimate price for their faith. In the year AD 64, Emperor Nero was blamed for starting a fire that burned down Rome, and he then put the blame on Christians and began a persecution that took the life of St. Peter. Emperor Constantine issued the Edict of Milan, which proclaimed religious toleration in the Roman Empire in 313. Christians no longer had to worship in secret or live in fear of retribution. In AD 324, Constantine defeated Licinius and became the sole emperor, ruling over a now unified empire. He moved the seat of government from Rome to Byzantium, renaming it Constantinople. Learning about each individual experience can benefit the modern-day Christian by teaching them the different ways the Christians lived in those times and how grateful we should be that we can express our faith so freely. It also gives us insights to the evolution of the Christian faith and the historical sequence of events that took place that led to our beliefs today.